But I got to know Phil only as an old man, and in his later years. He was a man so full of the Spirit, so fully connected to creation, and so fully able to enter into the hearts and souls of his fellow human beings. I have never met another person like that. He and I could spend hours sitting together with him telling the stories of the old days and the old people. And they were stories of great wisdom. And I sometimes think that Phil was reflecting on his own life and realizing that now he was the carrier of these old ways and this old wisdom, and seeking for those in whom he could implant those ways and that wisdom that they might carry it to the next generation. You, my brothers and sisters, are the ones. And I hope that as your years go on, you will be able to live in to the heritage that Phil has bequeathed to you.
Phil walked in the room, and he and Red Alexander, they're about the same age, played ball together in the 30s, I'm sure in the 40s, and had a great visit that day. And there were probably 500 to 600 people in that banquet hall at Wild Horse Casino that day, and I'd guess about a third of the people there knew who this man was. And if they didn't, their parents or grandparents did. And he is held in high esteem from our reservation and from our family because, not because he knew so much, not because he lived so long, not because he was so much fun or so kind, because he was always so humble. He never bragged on himself. He laughed at himself a lot. He was the first to laugh with you about yourself. And he gave every one of us this silly notion that the person he talked to at that moment was the most important person in the world. And we all believed it.
I had no family, I had no friends, I had nobody. And this little man here come walking in, and he walked up to me and he shook my hand. And he says, "How you doing, nephew?" And you know, I almost cried at that time because nobody's ever called me that. You know, with no family, you don't get those kind of things. And I always remembered that. But I never saw anybody say it or look or anything to Phil when he come in. Red, yellow, black, or white. The black guys used to call him Cowboy. White guys called him Chief. We called him Phil. I was inside the institution. He came up one day with Lori, wherever she is.
I remember.
And he said,
I was scared to death.
I don't even remember who it was, but he named like 5 of us that were inside of there. And we're going to have a meeting out here on the yard. And they let us out. And we came out on the yard. And I remember Lori was knitting an Afghan or something. We were all sitting under the trees outside the institution in the grass on the lawn. From inside. Nobody has ever done that before. And I think it was just because that Bob Ray knew that there was not one of us that would ever disrespect him enough to run away.
One time,